Game on! Welcome everybody to the subscriber ARAM Tournament of Khaldor TV. We have Santa's Revenge against Schubert Smile, and on the left side, X-Ray on Alexstrasza, Fury on Illidan, Hazorbs on Artanis. What have you done? Tazadar played by Lauba, and Tai on Alarak. So Hazu the only tank, so to say, in this one. No real range damage. On the right side, Novariel on Stukov, and they have Suljin. Look at that lineup. Double support with Morales, played by Mpix. We have Kiruki on Chromie, and Malum on Tyrael. Guys, this is a pretty good setup for the red team, I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of fantastic if in this best of one we'd actually see the Semi Pro lose. But can it really happen or not? Well, we're gonna find out. But yeah, this is obviously like a Brawl style, so at the beginning it's not a proper draft. You get 3 heroes presented and then have to pick one of them to play in the game itself. Everybody that already played a Brawl in Heroes of the Storm knows exactly what's going on there. But this will be an interesting one. We have a full team of semi-pros, but they go up against a Suljin, which is of course the best hero that you could possibly get in ARAMs. And the one thing I kind of like is that we have that double support Tyrael setup on the other side. I mean, they're going full on tryhard. Schubert Smile is just sitting there and is saying like, alright boys, let's go. We have a Suljin, we have Morales, we have Stukov. We have everything we need. Let's take these bastards down. I'm a little bit scared that we have Alarak here in the game by Tai, because as soon as he gets his negatively charged, he could really just start stacking a lot here, and that might be a big problem. But X-Ray is currently playing support. That kind of worked well. So they have their support main on a support. Don't always get that lucky. Of course, when it comes to the talent choices, Headhunter. Yep. Let's see how many kills they're actually going to get here. Malum on his Tyrael. That's a little bit of a weird one, because Tyrael obviously not really all that hit point heavy, but there were not a lot of tanks available for the two teams, as far as we could tell, so that's definitely a little bit of a reason there. But he got the shields out too. Nice swap attempt by Hazu, not quite working out. And you can already tell that this is more of a tournament setup, like as a comparison to the random viewer games that we usually do, because we're nearly 2 minutes into the game and we haven't seen a kill yet. Normally we're already at 3 or 4 at this point. Not so in this game. Chromie decided that it's time to go for the deep breathing, so it's all about the Dragon's Breath at this point. Yeah, and here's the level 4 talents. Tai with the negatively charged. Let the stacking begin, baby. Talking about stacking. 5 stacks on Suljin. So he's certainly starting to get his auto attacks in. And this is not too bad of a match so far, I gotta say. It's like incredible to me that both of them are just playing the super. Oh, there's the swap! And nope, not happening. Actually, the time trap helped him more than anything else. We also have Illidan in play, and towards the late game that could be a problem. But yeah, it's all about the wave clear right now, and yeah, not a lot of kills happening just yet. With Illidan in, we actually see Life Leech on level 4 for Tazadar. Chromie on level 7 now continues with the Mobius loop to get the cooldown reduction here and try to fire out a few more Dragon's Breath for the optimum damage. And Suljin is really carefully playing around the auto attacks now, making extremely sure that there is absolutely no problem on his side when it comes to the stack process. I mean, he's a little bit slower than you would be in a normal viewer ARAM, but that's obviously to be expected since both teams are playing this a bit safer here and don't go full YOLO. 6 stacks by now, also for the negatively charged, so Tai is slowly working towards that goal. Chromie is still firing away. In comes the real attack. This time Illidan is committing too. Mpix is on the run, goes all around the wall and means he can't really heal anyone, but comes back in time. And now they go for Tai, and the shield of Tazadar saves him. And Suljin is now isolated, and Suljin goes down. Mpix just a second too late with the heal beam to help him out there, but that's kill number 1 in this game, and level 7 now also in the hands of the blue team. There we go. This could be a fun one. This is going to be an interesting game. With the stacks on Suljin, we are now seeing him on 12, so another 3 stacks needed for the baseline, and he will get the extra range increase. Not a single kill for the team in red yet, so he doesn't really work towards the completion of Headhunter. But it's also a little bit interesting to just see these compositions. I mean, it's more or less a double support on one side. On the other, you have still Alexstrasza together with Tazadar, so you get the extra shields. A lot of the games that we've seen in Brawls end up with either the teams not having the option to pick a healer, or maybe not having the option of getting something along the lines of a tank. But in this game, we're just seeing full-fledged lineups for both of the teams. Maybe a little bit more unconventional what we are having on the side of the blue team. But generally speaking, it's an interesting one. I heard already earlier, by the way, that Tai apparently was stuck in a super long game that went to level 28 or something. So he has some secret brawl trailing that secret brawl training that he's bringing in here. Tries to be successful with that. Talking about successfully completing the quest is Chromie on level 1. One more stack for Suljin. There we're going too. Well, 16 stacks now for Artanis. And that worries me a little bit. Artanis is already sitting at 13,000 damage, and the way this game is going, his stacking, as long as he's consistent with it, might just make the difference in the late game. But Suljin is, as usual, the top damage dealer. One death against him, though. But Fury is getting slightly more excited here as the game continues, and he's able to get his talents in play. So all of a sudden, Illidan is starting to make his way towards the opponent's team wall and dives in deep for that. 16 stacks now for Suljin. He's obviously the big hope for Schubert Smile. Well, the 10 abilities are in, and we see the Force Wall. Oh yeah. Force Wall is gonna come in for that one. And there's a Suppression Pulse. Definitely the better choice here, especially when you're going up against Suljin. I mean, you always have, of course, also the Purifying Beam, but then again, the secret counter, walking away from it, has by now been revealed by a few players, so that's a problem. And let's see what's gonna happen around the mid-game now. Because with both teams all of a sudden... What? What the fuck is that? Medivac dropship with a Suljin in your team? What the hell did Empik smoke? What's the strategy there? Is that a backdoor attempt that they're going for? Fly in, drop the Sanctification and try to go for the structures? Are they really going to try and set a backdoor later on in the game? I mean, it seems like it. But there's the kill against Stukov. Ooh, time loop, Illidan, Metamorphosis. And he gets away. But yeah, that's an interesting touch. I really just thought they would try to break through the opponent's resistance with sheer power and go in for the Stim Drone and then Suljin, unleashing the entire potential here with one auto attack after another. But it seems like they are trying to be a little bit more sneaky with this setup. I mean, it's not bad for that particular play, but it's also not fantastic either. We don't have a Grey main that is fantastic against the structures. Suljin is your biggest hope. There's no Reyna with a Hyperion that you can add to the equation too. And let's not forget that we actually have the Suppression Pulse, so once that play comes through, you can still blind Suljin and buy yourself a little bit more time. So Sana's Revenge have a pretty good setup against this. So this will be quite interesting here. So also, nearly a completed quest on level 1 for Tassa. Just saying, he's at an 880. 25 stacks now for Tai. So he's getting some damage too. Oh, but is there going to be a kill? Fury? Nah, Alexstrasza with a save. The wall is through again. And they're pushing the opponent back through the gate, straight towards the fort itself. 12 versus 12, nearly level lead. Uh-oh, Fury! And there we go. The first kill for Schubert Smile. There we have it. The red team getting also now 1 point towards the quest talent of Suljin on level 1, so that's a 2% damage increase, of course, for him. But yeah, there we go. At the same time now, with the red team already smelling the blood in the water, say like, guys, we killed one, we can kill more. So they're trying to put the pressure in. On the damage side, just to give you a bit of an idea, we now still see Alarak trying to catch up with Suljin, but the troll is starting to get farther and farther ahead here. 35,000 damage for now. Obviously also getting more stacks together for the Arcanite access. And a few more stacks also for Alarak. Suljin then again is already getting attacked here. Needs to be careful. Swap attempt by Azu. Not quite. Wall is already down. And the entire time we have Empix just helping Johan out here with his Suljin, making sure that he's not going to be in too much trouble. There's the swap though. They need to shift the target a little bit. There's already the move back. Hazobs needs to be cautious too, dropping down to 50% HP, as especially Chromie is firing away from the back line. Kiruki is doing whatever he can here to get some extra damage out. In comes the swap attempt. Tai gets saved. Suljin completes the quest, and there's the kill against Hazu. Down goes... Oh! Not only Alarak, Alexstrasza is dead as well. Fury sitting straight in the opponent's team saying, boys, I'm gonna do this. And the medivac save! Oh, that was the fuck Fury move. It's just like, nope. We out of here, boys. We out of here. Screw that. So yeah, Suljin dies. Apparently there was not enough space in the medivac. Rumor has it that he insulted the driver and Morales just said like, screw you, I'm out of here. You're on your own, dude. But 47,000 damage now for Suljin, 27,000 for Alarak. And I gotta admit, this is kind of close. Now there was a lot of talk, of course, before the tournament started that, well, how strong is the ex-pro team? Can other teams really compete with them? And there is the RNG factor in any brawl where it obviously heavily matters what kind of heroes you get presented with. And I feel this is the perfect example of that. If you look at the right side team, at the red team, their setup is actually way stronger than what we're seeing from the blue team. So Alarak obviously is still great if you can stack him properly. And let's face it, Tai is doing exactly that. 35 on the level 4, pretty strong. But you also have on the other side a Suljin. Chromie is now back in ARAMs too, and she is just fantastic. Plus you have a double support with that, one of them being the Stukov. So the setup that they're running here is pretty strong. And it is a fairly even game. I mean, we're 10 minutes, 11 minutes into this one. And so far, not a single fort has fallen. Here comes the attack again. As of course, the blue team have also a little bit of a reputation that they don't want to lose here. Here comes the attack again. Suljin is at it. Alarak goes straight in with a bit of a counter-strike attempt here. 40 stacks by now for him. Tai is getting more and more in as we speak. But Suljin is sitting at 39 on the baseline. 54 on the Arcanite axis, so that damage is going to increase as time continues. And I think I kind of underestimated a little bit how long these games are going to last here, because this is way closer so far than I expected. Just look at this, the big shot from Stukov, Sanctification on the ground, the axes are spinning, baby, and Suljin gets the damage out. Fury jumping in once more as the Metamorphosis ready, is already using it. There's the swap attempt at the same time. Suljin in trouble, the kill against Morales. They're trying to go for Tyrael and they drop him, but Hazu has also fallen. Another kill coming through as Suljin dies. 6 kills against 4 now, and with 4 heroes still on the map, Santa's Revenge is starting to break through the structures here, going straight for the fort, trying to take it down. Illidan occupying the back line as he's trying to make a play for Kiruki and Novariel. So far not working, but the fake dragon is actually getting trapped by the wall, and Illidan wants the kill, and Illidan gets the kill. All of a sudden, the momentum has absolutely been broken. 7 kills against 4, bring a massive lead now for the blue team. Big shove against Fury. Get the hell out of my gate, Illidan. But now we have a more than a level lead. 73,000 damage on Suljin. Don't really help them at this point, because now they're starting to lose some ground here pretty quickly. So with this already happening, we're seeing the gate still attack. There's once more Tannis with the ult, trying to go for the blind as Fury makes his next play. A few more seconds, and he's also going to be back with another Metamorphosis that he could use here in the team fight. Chromie going for her 20. Half a level missing for the Storm Talents to drop into the hands of Santa's Revenge. And this is a fairly close game so far. Just on the kill side, but the momentum has definitely started to shift over to Santa's Revenge. There is a big question. Can Schubertswal get a kill or two so that they can switch it? The longer the game lasts, the better their chances with Suljin's damage output. But obviously with 48 stacks on the level 4 for Alarak, this is a pretty solid setup now for Tai, where he can drop some decent numbers on the damage too. They're trying to go for it again. Here comes the blue team, the semi-pros with a kill attempt against Suljin. Ult already being used, Sanctification on the ground, Metamorphosis to get out of harm's way. And Morales also moving a little bit more to the right here. Tactical retreat here, going for the French defense. Well, Fury at this point gets zipped in again. Oh! And gets actually saved. Nice. Well done. So level 20 talents are in, which gives us the Ancient Flame right here. And the attacks keep coming. And there's another one against Chromie, and this time the fake dragon goes down. Fury is trying to zone them away as the rest of the team goes straight in for the keep. And it seems more and more likely that Santa's Revenge are going to take this one. But Alarak is down. get wrecked sadism stacks. So Suljin proves to be the superior damage dealer here, but Fury is just going for it. Fury goes in and says like, this core is mine, baby. You have nothing to do here. But Suljin kills another one. 4 stacks by now. There's only a single hero that hasn't died yet, and that is Tacita. But the core is slowly falling. Illidan is eventually going to die, I would assume. Especially as Suljin just keeps hammering away. But Fury got the core down to 50%, and that fucking Illidan is still alive. There's the kill against Artanis. But Illidan, he's unstoppable. Well, maybe not quite unstoppable, but 35% on the core is pretty insane. So Fury full on speed, and here comes the Morales play. Medivac time, baby! Let's go! Core rush. But talking about core rushing and backdoor, oh my god, they're getting nasty here. Just as the red team thinks they have a little bit of momentum going for themselves, finally, look at that play. No, 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 no. They came from behind. In comes Ty, and there's no Hearthstones in ARAM, so all of a sudden everybody is just on the move back. There is no cooldown yet for Morales, and it seems like this is going to be game. Game number 1 in the round of 16 is taken by Santa's Revenge. They take the victory here and advance to the next round of the tournament. GG, and well played. Alright ladies, a little bit more ARAM action. The Khaldor memers against the Smurfs. The Smurfs aren't actually called the Smurfs, but the team name was so stupid that I decided to simply rename them, because they included pretty much parts of the name of every single player in the team name, and what can I say, it was just simply a little bit too much. This is still in the round of 16, so it's actually a best of 1 between the two. And on the left side, the memers with Black Angel aka Lucy on Thrall, Stalnor on ETC, Cherry Bomb on Lily, Scheffler on Chromie, and they're cheating. They actually play Suljin. They have Lunix on the best hero in Brawls. On the right side, Curse on Lunara, Ivy on Gul'dan, Vakizashi on Garrosh, Zametterling is playing Morales, and Lega on Sylvanas. So for everybody that hasn't really caught up on this yet, and this is mostly the people watching on YouTube, first of all, hit that sub button and make sure that you also give the video a like if you enjoy it here. But yeah, for all the people watching this on YouTube, this is a tournament, but it's a Brawl tournament, meaning that every single player participating here only had the choice of 3 heroes and had to pick one of them. And rules are very different for Brawls. First of all, a couple of heroes are literally banned. First Blood, by the way, taken by Chromie. So Sergeant Hammer, for example, is not available in ARAMs. Neither is Abatha. Varian is also banned. And meta is very, very different. You have a single lane, you have a 5 versus 5, and you're pretty much constantly brawling, hence the name. And that means that certain heroes that are pretty garbage in normal games all of a sudden excel in ARAMs. And a good example is Suljin. While as a hero in the higher level, especially in the competitive side, he's not really all that great. In ARAMs, he is by far the best hero because he has endless stacking. And that is, as a rule of thumb, in ARAMs, absolute king. And so his baseline here, he wants to get as much damage as he possibly can. The double cleave also for his level 7 talent to stack a little bit more. And we have Headhunter with the first stack acquired thanks to the kill against Lunara, who's by the way also really, really good in ARAM, simply because she has Thornwood Vines later and can poke opponents with the damage over time into Oblivion. Point in case! Thrall is down, and that is that. So the Lord of the Lulz is already in. Power slide into death. Yeah. The cow commits Sudoku, but it was all a ruse to set up Suljin for another kill, this time against Gul'dan. Second stack acquired for the Headhunter on level 1. But the experience lead goes over to the Smurfs, the blue team. Yep, they're starting to take it here. Slight advantage. And another thing that's really important for ARAMs, in case they don't really get that familiar with it, is that all the sources of healing is pretty much only the 2 fountains that you have and also your healer. AKA, you can't Hearthstone over here. He's typing. And yeah, you have to actually... You can't heal in the Nexus either. So that plays a big role once you take the fountains of your opponent down, because it's really limiting their setup there. But anyways, at this point, the game goes on, and as it happens, we're currently looking at good old Gul'dan with 20 stacks on the level 1 already. Chromie is firing from the back line the entire time. That little garden gnome is already trying to prove that she... Like, what is actually up with Cherry Bomb? I mean, seriously. He's just bombing the performance here, because that guy is sitting on his high horse or his high pony, whatever that mount is, way too often, and is just typing. Don't they use voice? I mean, I see a typer. I recognize a typer when I see one. Those are the people that get reported first in normal games. As it happens, Thrall with the Trash Lightning on level 1 is already getting some solid value in here too. It's actually kind of imba, if you think about it. Lunix and Lucy, the two get the best heroes in their first ARAM match. I don't know how they bribed Blizzard, but that is not a coincidence. It can't be. I mean, that is seriously just a little bit too much. It's literally just like, what would I like to play? One of us plays Thrall, the other plays Suljin. Because for the same reason that Suljin excels, because he can just attack the entire time, Thrall is really good in ARAMs too. Definitely S tier, since he has Crash Lightning, which is traditionally a pretty shit talent when you're playing a normal game, with a few exceptions, like Battlefield of Eternity, when Thrall can join the 4-man. But over here, it's a different story, because here you're fighting a 5 versus 5 all game long, which means that you have endless stacks. And he's going down too. Okay, that one is dead. And Cherry Bomb was sitting at the side and was like, nope, no heals for you. Looking for adventure. Suljin at least can heal himself when he has to. There's no other way. But what is, by the way, going on with Sylvanas here? Look at Sylvanas. Sylvanas is pretty much just saying, I don't need talents for these plebs. Screw these people. Look at that. That's cannon fodder for me. The Khaldor meme machine? Nope, screw that. That's cannon fodder and nothing else. I'm Sylvanas and I'm going to crush them. Usually what happens is that we actually have a bot when these things happen, but in this case it really doesn't seem like there's a bot at play. But talents have still not been taken, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. Suljin at the same time is sitting at 10 stacks. So right now we have 2 on the level 1, and of course with level 7 the Arcanite axes are starting to come in. And we're already looking at 7. And again, I have to emphasize this. This is a best of 1. The winner of this goes to the next round, which is the round of 8 already, the quarterfinals. And those will be best of 3. But if you look at the best of 1 setup, there we go! Finally Sylvanas has found out that she needs to pick a couple of talents there. Maybe a little bit newer, I don't know. But okay, 11 stacks on Suljin. For him it's a bit annoying that the only hero that he can actually stack against is pretty much Garrosh unless someone oversteps, and he obviously is always good for a throw. Let's see this. Level 10 abilities are in, and there we have the Stim Drone. Come on, baby! Come on! Thornwood Vines, yeah, there we go. Thornwood Vines is in, and it's party time, because now you can literally poke from a distance just the entire time, and they have a lot of damage over time. They have Gul'dan, they have Lulnara, and they can definitely get the damage in. Lucy, then again, 19 stacks already on Thrall, that ain't too bad either. He's going to try and complete this as quickly as they can, but I think they will probably have to sacrifice at least a fort before that happens, because with now the AoE on Gul'dan and Lunara, those structures are definitely the target. Also, since this is a bit of a tournament, they're not going into the full meme talents that we oftentimes see in just standard ARAM, so we actually get Tasdingo over the Guillotine, which is just not nearly half as good as this. Wakizashi is about to go down and gets dropped. Stalnora falls too, though. ETC down. That's a kill for a kill. Lunara already with the Stim Drone here, going full hoppity hop Bambi mode on them. And starting to drop them one after another. Stacks on Suljin. Nothing to write home about just yet. Sitting at 12, 6 minutes in. The damage output reflects it a bit. Usually Suljin easily pulling ahead here in the late game, but he will need a few more stacks in order to make that happen. Trying to acquire them right now, at least on the level 7, but also the baseline talent is starting to spike up a bit. Same goes for Thrall, by the way. Once that the quest is completed, you have just an insta poke against the entire team on your hands, on your fingertips. And that is what Lucy's going to try and do with ETC. About to complete his own level 1, so we will get a little bit more healing out of them. But yeah, and globe control is also there. It's actually kind of interesting. I mean, so far we haven't really seen a lot of damage against the forts. The 2 seem evenly matched. 6 kills against 3 might give a slight advantage over to the Smurfs. But obviously, game is far from over just yet. because that potential on the blue team is pretty insane. I mean, I've been talking a lot about Sul'jin and Thrall because they are two of the best heroes here with the stacking that they have. But then you look at Chromie and you have another hero that can absolutely destroy the opponent with just a bit of additional poke. 3 stacks for Sul'jin's level 1. He wants to have that extra range increase, and he's soon gonna have it on the baseline quest talent. So that's gonna be a big deal. Oh, talking Sul'jin, Taz Dingo, baby! And there's the hit. Sacrifice himself against the 15, and 3 of them die. Oh, make that 4! Lily! She's looking for adventure! Ah! That little shit just threw her into the range of the fort. They didn't get the kill against Lily, and instead she died. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What the fuck is that? ETC is ready to use the mosh pit. No, dude, don't use it. Don't use it now. Wait until they're oh god, he did it. The zoning mosh party time. Okay, this game got good really quickly. Ooh, Curse at the same time is now getting a bit of a beating from Chromie, but it seems like with those few kills, all of a sudden the blue team is feeling a little bit more confident. 4 kills now for Sul'jin on the level 1. But I can just the entire time hear Midi, let the memes begin. Taunt, and Thrall is dead again. And in the meantime, Curse is saying, hey, I got that little gnome, that little fake dragon in the back line, let's go. Sul'jin sitting at 22 stacks. Oh, nice. Good stacking now also for his level 7, considering that he doesn't have the double swing yet. Right. And now, with 16 talents in, what are we getting here? Yeah, Rune's Affliction, of course. Ready to rumble. The accelerated contamination. Fair enough. And I gotta admit that the build that we are seeing on Lunara is a little bit wild and all over the place. And that's not a level 16 that you actually do all that much here. Sylvanas, by the way, at the same time is just, again, talents. What are talents? Where can I buy items? Where's the secret shop? I can't find the secret shop. It's too secret. So, yeah. Murada's got a full load from Chromie there. That was nearly a kill. I don't know if that timing on the ulti really worked out the way that they actually wanted to. But okay. For now, stacks completed on Thrall. It's party time! No, please don't. Please don't! Not again! The entire team is just like, no, don't do it. Like, why? Lega, why? Why? Don't worry, guys, I can silence them. Well, they're too far away to hurt us, so that abilities can't reach us. You don't... Okay. Oh, this is getting good. Yeah, and Sul'jin is still stacking. Who's the hero that he didn't kill yet, by the way? They haven't killed Sylvanas yet. Seriously? Of all the heroes that they haven't killed yet, they didn't kill the hero that doesn't pick talents? Alright. Yeah, but Thrall is dead again. I mean, he's down. Wakizashi, maybe? Yeah! But Lunix died too. That's it. He didn't even blick the Stingo! He did have the Stingo ready! And he didn't hit his R button. Ooh. 27 stacks for him though. Once that he has the 30 completed, not only does he get the additional swing, but if he completes his level 1, then he also has a range increase for the auto attacks, and that alone is going to be great. So yeah. What's actually the damage department is saying? Chromie still on 50,000 the top damage dealer. Look at Thrall. Thrall is bringing the top numbers here when it comes to dying. But when it comes to the hero damage, not really so much. Third in line after Chromie and Sul'jin. I think there's a little bit more room of improvement there. Suboptimal performance, what we call this. Okay, 61,000 for Solara on the other hand, so she's actually starting to crush. Okay. Oh, and that is the kill against Sylvanas, the completed quest for Sul'jin. More damage, more range, more everything. There's the timeout, okay. And the save on Chromie, so she's actually still surviving here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I gotta admit that with the performance that we're seeing from Thrall here so far, the only thing that Thrall can really hope for on the end screen is the Mercenary Lord or whatever it's called. You took 2 mercenary camps! You are a winner too! Blizzard believes in you, oh yeah. But there are no mercenaries on the map. Doesn't matter, you took 2 of them. You're amazing. Continue what you're doing here. And please come back. How would you rate your game experience? Fantastic or amazing or great? There's a level 20 by the way. With us now going into Deafening Blast, Hyperactivity. I mean, a lot of those guys were already hyperactive to begin with. I don't really think that Hyperactivity is the right way to go here, especially when I look at Curse and him just hopping around on Bambi. If that guy isn't high, then I don't know what's going on. So Hyperactivity might be the wrong thing for that. But let's see. They're actually crushing, guys. Red team is going for it. Look at that. They're absolutely murdering through that keep now. And as I said before, once the keep is down, there's no source of healing anymore. And it's down. It's... oh, well, yeah, there we go. All of the fountains are eliminated. That should be an easy win, actually, for the red team from here on out. Oh, the mosh pit! He actually... and he ran into it! Why would you run into it, dude? You go for the grenade and nothing else. Oh, and they killed you. Okay, Core hasn't been touched, but again, there's no healing outside of Lily. So Lily is the only one who can still start to do something here. I also want to throw a quick highlight on the Thrall, who by now is actually starting to take top damage numbers on the team. He was pretty low previously in the output, but now with a completed level 20 talent, he's starting to really pick up the damage for the team. Again, it's the endless poke. But talking about endless. Endless stacking on level 1 for Suljin, endless stacking on the level 7, so we're getting there. Same time now. 10 kills to 17. And I gotta say that I feel like Red Team should really try and push the envelope here a little bit. Don't allow Suljin to get too powerful there in the long run. That's probably the best thing to do. I mean, the Red Team pretty much has the game won at this point, but they need to make sure that they're not dragging it out too much. Because if they do, they give Suljin an opening to get back into the game here. And let's not forget, there's a lot of good poke. Lily once again coming in with the ult. There comes the Taz Dingo. And Suljin is a lot more dangerous right now through that talent since he has the level 20 upgrade on it. So, yeah, there they go again. Good poke here. Look how quickly they are actually falling in terms of HP. And Lily is having a tough time healing all of that out. She's having a really, really rough time because it's just too much with the damage over time from Gul'dan and from Lunara. Brings the numbers in though. It's not going to take long for Lily to surpass Morales here in the healing numbers, which isn't an easy feat to begin with when it comes to sheer numbers there. 0 deaths still on Lily. Our little panda is still looking for an adventure. But here comes the Suljin poke now, and they're actually starting to take that fort down. Slowly but steadily. Lunix on the other side, bit low, doesn't have the ult, keep that in mind, 43 seconds. But a little bit of Force Troll medicine, and he is good to go once again. The pokes over here continuing though, so now we have 40 stacks actually on Suljin's baseline. 96 on the level 7. The Thrall keeps poking them down too. That's actually kind of interesting. The blue team definitely knows that they have to also push this out a little bit, which is what they're doing. There, on the other hand, is the Stim Drone. I would have expected that after a Garrosh setup, to be honest with you. So that was a little bit of a random move here. But not as random as the death of Bambi. Down goes Garrosh. Guys, we have a double kill all of a sudden. Black Angel immediately went like, let's kill them all. And the rest of the team is like, dude, you're on your own. We're back. He's just like, wait, what? But they still get a kill here, maybe. Nope, it's Thrall instead that dies. Alright, Thrall once again gets crapped on. Thrall basically is just playing a game of his own. He's playing who can reach double-digit deaths first. And so far, I don't know what to tell you, he's leading. 86,000 damage now from Suljin. He's definitely starting to take the numbers on his team side. But Lunara and Gul'dan are both still a little bit ahead of him. We have 18 kills against 13. At least that fort is down. So that's actually a big one. Because at this point, I mean, again, it makes it a little bit... So the reason why this actually matters is because for the red team, it's now a bit more complicated to push the core of the opponent. Since the distance from fountain to the opponent's core is much bigger, you can't just simply walk back a little bit tap your mana and your hit point pool off and then rejoin the fight. So this option is pretty much gone now, because the time that you need to fall all the way back to the keep and then go back to the core, you might as well just retire with the team for that time. But yeah. Now with that done, what else are we going to get here? We have currently 44 stacks and 115. Those are pretty much the biggest numbers right now. The numbers that matter the most. The numbers on Suljin. And the longer the game lasts, the better. And 17.5 minutes in, that's actually pretty long for an ARAM already. We had some incredible ARAMs, some of them even went to level 30, but now we have level 23 on both sides, as is, which isn't bad to begin with. And the red team, after the aggression again, and them taking on the keep, they've started to fall off a little bit here. They really are starting to have trouble to connect with the opponent. Scheffler is also just shelling away the entire time from the backline, and he's hitting a lot of those, especially against Garrosh, who's always trying to flank here. Like that, this is, I mean, this is just pretty much pitch perfect there. There's the stun, the slide, where's the throw, there's the taunt, a little bit of throw action. Mosh pit time? No! There's the setup. But Stalnor, he couldn't decide if he wants to mosh or not. He walked in, then he was just like, ah, maybe not. Then he walked out, then he walked in again. Then we saw one of the damage dealers die. Then he was just like, ah, maybe I should do it later. And then by the time that he finally made a decision, he was dead. Oh, okay. So now 14 kills against 21. 3 heroes down. That's the time to shine right there. I mean, in it to win it, baby. Go, go, go. Lunix and Cherry Bomb are the only ones that are still alive. Granted, Lunix is getting some solid numbers, but Lulnara and Gul'dan have to go for the core right now. Come on, where's that Echo Corruption when you need it? Where's that Thornwood Vines? There we go, the poke is there. They're gonna go for the victory here, but the rest is back soon. Suljin actually survives for now. Lucy is already trying to bribe this, like, do you really want to win this game? Do you really want to get your ass kicked by former pros? And apparently the red team decided they might not want to do it after all, so they're actually not finishing it just yet. They don't have enough yet. They fall back a bit to wait for another minion wave, and they had to wait for Sylvanas too. Now Lunara is dead. There's another dancing thing. I mean, it's not a surprise that Morales wants to dance. I mean, yeah, she's going straight in. That's salsa, for sure. So, yeah, a little bit of, like, swinging the hips here. Shakira would be proud. And 4 heroes dead. Guys, all of a sudden this is swinging. 46% on the core, and here we go. They're starting to make their way again, and just look over to Suljin. He's just closing the gap between himself and Gul'dan plus Lunara. And they're crushing through this. This is the moment when you really need medevac so that you can just backdoor your opponent's core. Because 46% would fall within seconds if Gul'dan and Lunara make it that far. But right now it seems more realistic that at least the keep is falling over here. Okay, a little bit of a safe attempt by Wakizashi. Nicely done. They go for ETC again. ETC, the taunt, and the kill. Ah, but the keep is dead too. Nice Horrify. Oh my god, the money Horrify right there. And there's the stim drone on Gul'dan, because which Gul'dan didn't want to have stim drone? That, on the other hand, is a dead Suljin. Ooh, but he gets the kill against Lunara. Nice, look at that. 150 stacks on level 7 for him now. That's actually pretty respectable. 150 stacks on the 7. That is dropping serious damage with one of those cleaves. And he has 56 also on the baseline. So we're looking at 129,000 for him. Told you, he is closing that gap, and he's closing it quickly. Chromie is still sitting at 95,000. We're 21 minutes into this, guys. 26 against 26 right now. This is actually a pretty insane game here. It's mind-blowing that the red team hasn't finished it sooner. But now, despite the fact that there's only 46% on the core left, I gotta say, that Suljin is just crushing people. And 0 deaths on Lili tells you all that you need to know on Cherry Bomb. Riding around on his little pony here again. But let's actually see how far he can push the level 7 stacks. Because Suljin has a really good chance of, I mean, nearly getting into one-shot territory here. Well, not like this. Look at it. They're backdooring. And they're gonna run right into this one, aren't they? This is the moment! Run! Run! Go! What are you waiting for? An invitation? Run! I mean, come on! The fail! Wah, Wah. ETC goes down. Maybe now they have a chance, but they could have ended it now. If all three of them would have made it towards the core without taking any previous damage, they could have made it right there. I can't believe that these guys didn't just go for it. I mean, they had full vision over here. They knew where they were. Why did they do that? Why wait? What for? Better weather? And Suljin gets the kills in again. Jesus. I can't believe they didn't just go. Guys, it's 46%. You have Gul'dan, Lunara, and Sylvanas in the waiting. All you have to do is rush in and let Garrosh try if you can maybe delay them a little bit. Honestly, that was the winning move right there. That was the winning spot, and I would not be surprised if they now lose the game. Because now you have them exactly where you want them to be. Khaldor Mimas, they pinned them down. What's the heal numbers, actually? Lily should be in an insane amount. Yeah, 167,000. Ah, well, Curse gets away. It's a 5 versus 5 again. There's the Stim Drone, this time on the correct target. Congratulations. And come the attacks. And a little bit of good damage. But there comes again a slide. Party time, interrupted. Yeah, short cooldown for it, though. We need Lily with the ult, but she's also on cooldown, so they're actually struggling a little bit here. By the way, I'm happy to inform you that Thrall is still leading on the death count. He's currently fighting a pretty intense battle with ETC, but Thrall is still slightly ahead, and he is close to hitting the double digits. They're also 24 minutes into the game, basically, and there's the kill against Lunara. Suljin is down, though. Suljin down. But it's a 4 versus 3 right now. Suljin is eliminated. 162 stacks on the level 7. Here come the attacks, and can the blue team finish? They're trying to. Gul'dan needs to come in, but those pokes from Thrall are really starting to hurt. Sylvanas is moving back in as well. Core goes down to 60, 59%. Red team is moving in, and there's the heal! Cherry bomb with the last second heal here to save Black Angel, but they need to try and save the core right now. This is getting really close. 24 minutes in, 27 on both sides, the levels. Sylvanas! And she's dead. Oh, they're all dead, and this is the end. This is the end. 66 stacks and 162 for Suljin as the game ends, and the Khaldor Mimas, the Khaldor Meme Machine, takes the victory.